Good morning, Fellowship Hi-Crest. This is your Jumpstart for today. It's coming from Judges 6:33 through 40. And it says this. Soon afterwards, the armies of Midian, Amalek, and the people of the east formed an alliance against Israel and crossed the Jordan, camping in the valley of Jezreel. Then the Spirit of the Lord clothed Gideon with power. He blew a ram's horn as a call to arms, and the men of the clan of Abiezer came to him. He also sent messengers through Manasseh, Asher, Zebulun, and Naphtali, summoning their warriors, and all of them responded. Then Gideon said to God, "If you are truly going to use me to rescue Israel as you promised, prove it to me in this way. I will put a wool fleece on the threshing floor tonight. If the fleece is wet with dew in the morning, but the ground is dry, then I will know that you are going to help me rescue Israel as you promised." And that is just what happened. When Gideon got up early the next morning, he squeezed the fleece and wrung out a whole bowl full of water. Then Gideon said to God, "Please don't be angry with me, but let me ask you one more request. Let me use this fleece for one more test. This time, let the fleece remain dry while the ground around is wet with dew." So that night, God did as Gideon asked. The fleece was dry in the morning, but the ground was covered with dew. Amen. I love this because it's just another reminder that God's patience runs deeper than our fear. God's faithfulness runs deeper than our fear. I know there are times in our lives where we want to test God. I want to make sure God's in this. I want to pray about it. Let me pray about it. Let me make sure God's in this. But he was testing God for something that he said 2 times. God, you already promised me this. It wasn't a question about whether or not God was in it. It was a question about, God, I want you to tell me again that you're in it because I'm really scared. And truthfully, if we read about Gideon's story, Gideon is a fearful leader. And God uses him anyway. God is faithful with him anyway. And there's so many times in my life, I don't know about you, but where I'm like, all right, God, I want to test you. I want to make sure you're in this. And when people ask, "Oh, what are you doing?" Well, I'm waiting on God. I'm waiting on God to speak and show me these miraculous signs. And God has already proven that he's there. And the truth is, I'm not waiting on God. God is waiting on me. Is there something in your life right now where God has already promised you, God has already called you, you already know that, and his spirit is already on you for it? And you say you're waiting on God, but God is actually waiting on you. If so, get up and go do as God has commanded and watch him bring the victory. It's not you, it's him. Continue to power up, pour in, and spill out. And we'll see you on Sunday.